This one that you are calling me at this house night, what really happened? Yeah, hello, my daughter. That you have problem with your in-laws. That one is nothing. Don't even just bother yourself. You're going to arrange it with them, okay? Wait, let me slow this TV. It's making noise. 1 second. You remember the 8 things? Oh my God. You remember the 8 things I usually advise you before you get married? You told me, oh mom, everything is fine. You are bringing us back in your old age time. My daughter, those things are things that follows people all the time. You know, in this your 21st century, you don't want to listen what mothers are saying this time around. I try to advise you before getting married for you to know the things that hold marriage, the things that guide a woman in her marriage. But you say, ah, mom, my husband will not be like that, he is not like that, he's not those things. But now you are calling me 5 o'clock in the morning for me to advise you. You're already in your marriage house. How can I advise someone that is already married? The only thing is just to do counseling for you guys. No, no, no. Did you remember the 8 things I used to say before marriage? Let me remind you of those things. 1, you remember I used to tell you that before you get married, you have to know your husband's faith. So tomorrow it will not bounce back on you. If they believe in some things like culture, tradition, or in any other faith apart of Christianity, if they are involved in any other thing more than Christianity, you say no, he's a strong Christian. I said, okay, then he's a good man. But the way he was doing things, I was surprised. And I always told you that, I'm surprised about your husband, Fato. On Sunday, he's never at church. You said I know because he's busy, he's this. He go to meeting, he went to see his family because they have traditional things that they have to do, you know. I say, as a Christian, I don't see it normal. And the number 2, you remember, that always put your in-law closer to you. Yeah, be friendly with them. Help his mother. Don't try to do as if maybe you want to compare his mother with your own mother. I warned you, my daughter. Yeah, you people are not from the same background, so you cannot be doing those things. Yeah, even if she wants you to come over every Sunday to help her, my daughter, it's your duty as a wife in that family. You must go. You know she have only one daughter in the house now, and you are the second daughter. And the 3rd thing, don't ever try to compare your own parent with his own parent, because you people are not from the same background, okay? And don't try to do like you want to advise them more than what you can handle. And number 4, my daughter, don't try to point finger on their mistakes all the time. You are only waiting for the time that they do mistakes for you to point it out. Because I know this your character is not good. I warned you earlier long about this now. And the number 5, you remember? Don't turn back on your own people. Don't insult your friends, your family members. When you're married, thinking that you are gone, you will not come back again. There are some certain situations in marriage that will bring you. See the way you call me this 5 in the morning. Just imagine you keep that your friendship that you were having with Helene before, very strong. You know by now she will be at the best place to advise you. And you see Helene also is married and she's happy. She's always with the in-laws. Even though sometimes things are not all that so well sometimes with the in-laws, but she just pretends as if everything is fine just to keep her marriage moving. It's the same I want you to do, my daughter. Yeah, don't say that because you are married, you don't go with free women that they are not married. They were your friends before you get married. And you also were free, so don't say that. Okay, now you start listening to my advice. Thank you, my daughter. And the number 6, yeah, don't ever put your children above your husband. Your children must always come the second party in the relationship, because your husband is the first and the children are second. You marry that man before you people have children. You did not meet that man with children, or he did not meet you with children. That man comes first in your life. That is your husband. Because those children will live tomorrow. Yes, they will live tomorrow, and you will remain in the house with that same man. It's not that after when the children, you put all your hopes, your confidence, your trust, everything in the children, the kids. When they left tomorrow, the man become just your roommate. You people don't have anything in common to talk. You don't have any good thing to discuss. Why? Because you base only on the children. Good. I thank you that you did not do that. The children should always come at the second position, okay? Not your man at the second position. No, that's good, my daughter. And the number 7, don't forget to know about the financial problems that you always complain that every time you don't know how the money is going, how he spend money, how he... No. You people have to be discussing about your bills. You know how to pay your bills. You know how to do 1 or 2 things. You know, because if you know all these things, it will not cause you people problem in your marriage. So you people can give account for the way you are using your finance in the house, that nobody will complain, okay? And the number 8, always pray and take decisions together with your husband. Once in a week you read the Bible together. Always take decisions together. Don't ever say because I have money more than my husband, or my husband have money more than me, so I have to decide on what to do. No, you people have to decide on things together. You people have to be doing things together. And morning when you wake up from bed, you pray together. In the evening before you go to sleep, you pray together, so you will not sleep with any grudge in your heart, my daughter. Okay, I'll be waiting for you next week. You greet my in-law for me. Okay, and don't forget to extend my greetings to your mother-in-law. Tell her I remember that her food that she prepared last time, it was so delicious. Okay, she teach you how to cook it. Okay, that's great, my daughter. Be closer to her. You will learn more about your husband, okay? God bless you, my daughter. Bye-bye.